And good Tuesday evening. Time to take a look here at your weather webcast video, and we have a lot to talk about. We've been telling you since about last week that we're going to have a very active week this week and a lot of changeable weather coming up, and that's still the case. So we're going to get right into what's going on. First off, we had a pretty interesting day today with cold temperatures to start. It was a very frosty morning. We had our first real heavy frost across most of the area this morning as temperatures bottomed out right at the freezing mark here in the city, and a lot of other areas were down to around 30 degrees or so this morning. And then we warmed up, though. We only made it up to 50 degrees. Now, the forecasted highs were into the mid to upper 50s today, so we stayed below that, and it was actually a pretty chilly day out there. But believe it or not, this is one of the warmer days that we're going to have over the next several. So I hope you get out and enjoy it, because as we go farther along in the week, we'll see those temperatures coming down as we get looking for high temperatures there. Across the rest of the area, 51 in Cohutta, 49 in Lafayette, 55 degrees in Calhoun. Now, take a look at these weather headlines. We had the nice warm day that we had out there for us today, but it looks like as we go towards your Wednesday, the heavy rains will return, especially toward the morning time hours. Then that Arctic blast of colder air will arrive for us on Thursday, and we'll have more on that for you coming up here in just a second. Here's your national view, and we'll take a perspective of all the features and all the players here that we're going to be working with here this week. And you can see, first off, our low pressure. This is our low pressure system. This is at the surface that's developing tonight here in the Gulf of Mexico. This is low pressure is going to kind of develop and move like so across the southeast, and as it does so, it's going to bring this heavy shield of rain right up across a good portion of the southeast. Now there's an upper level low that's trailing behind the system that's brought quite a bit of snow for places like El Paso, Texas, and out towards the west. You've probably seen some video of that. That's going to be lifting on off towards the north and east and spreading a swath of snow and cold air off to the mid-Mississippi Valley area as well. And then notice we're going to have an Arctic front that's going to be diving down out of the upper Midwest here with some much colder air behind that system. So this is basically what we're looking at. High pressure now holding this system off. That slides to the east and northeast coming up tonight. Our next wave lifts up by the Gulf of Mexico and brings us rain in here for your Wednesday. Then this Arctic front moves through and moves across the area coming up for us on our Thursday. And then behind that, we're looking at quite a bit of colder air spilling on into the air. So here you go. On the weather map, you can see this play-by-play as that heavy rain spreads across during Wednesday. Lifts on out of here by Thursday. Clouds stick around, and a front will be moving through Thursday night. And then we'll be watching this system as it dives down to the south and west and see how it develops across the area. A lot of information to look at there, but that's basically what's coming up. Now for the Christmas parade coming up for you Thursday night, mainly looks dry, mainly cloudy skies, and temperatures will be falling through the 40s as some of that colder air will be filtering in behind that Arctic front. Now, as we head towards Friday, especially Friday night into Saturday, we'll be watching a low pressure that's going to be developing here in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, the computer models are kind of in two different camps, and we have this scenario that plays out all the time in the winter course across the southeast, where we have different scenarios depending on what happens. So, right now, the two scenarios is it takes track number one, the low pressure moves up and into the southeast coast into southeast Georgia and along the Carolinas. This may spread enough moisture back into the area here on the northern edge to give us a threat of seeing some snowflakes in the area on Friday night into Saturday. So we'll watch and see how that goes. Another solution says that this storm will track mainly towards the east and stay far enough south that most of the moisture stays to our south as well. So you got two scenarios there on the table. We'll just see how things work out as we go throughout the rest of the week. But again, it is a slight possibility that we could see a few snowflakes flying in the air coming up Friday night into Saturday. And of course, everyone then thinks how many snowflakes we could see, or if we could see any real accumulation on the ground. Again, that will depend on the track and what happens with the computer models over the next several days. But of course, just wanted to throw it out there, not a real big forecast or anything, but just wanted to throw out there, hey, there is a chance there, and that's the first chance of the season on this first day of meteorological winter out there across the area, so we'll continue to watch that and update you. In the 7-day forecast, the main story, though, will be the heavy rain on Wednesday, windy conditions Wednesday as well in the Thursday, high wind watch in effect for the area. Winds could gust up anywhere from 35 to 40 miles per hour on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we should be mostly cloudy. The cold air filters in. Clouds will increase again on Friday night. Into Saturday, again, we could see a few snowflakes out there. Still very questionable, a lot of questions with that system. So we'll just watch that and see, but just know that there's a chance of a few snowflakes in the air. But then the second half of the weekend and the next week looks to be drying out and slowly warming up, which we hope will come true because we'll be looking at some cold temperatures for quite a few days. That's a good your weather webcast video for you on your Tuesday. Stay with us. We hope to have the next one on for you on Wednesday. Have a great evening.